What if your kitchen could travel the world tonight? Crispy Korean heat, bold Mexican street flavor, and rich Filipino comfort all in one bite? The way people cook at home is changing fast, and it's not just about convenience anymore, it's about experience. Global street food has quietly become the biggest inspiration behind easy, exciting home recipes. From the smoky spice of Mexican tacos to the sweet savory punch of Korean sauces and the comforting depth of Filipino dishes, everyday cooking is turning into something adventurous, creative, and incredibly satisfying. The beauty of this trend is that you don't need to be a professional chef or own a restaurant-grade kitchen. You just need curiosity, a few simple ingredients, and the willingness to mix flavors that once belonged to completely different parts of the world. Street food has always been about bold taste and simplicity. Vendors don't rely on fancy equipment, they rely on flavor, speed, and crowd appeal. That's exactly why it translates so well into home cooking. Think about Korean street food, for example. It's all about strong flavors, gochujang, spicy sweet richness, crispy textures, and quick cooking methods. Now imagine bringing that into your kitchen by tossing fried chicken in a sticky Korean glaze or adding a spicy kick to your everyday noodles. Suddenly, a basic meal becomes something unforgettable. Then there's Filipino cuisine, often underrated but incredibly powerful when it comes to comfort and depth. The balance of sour, salty, and savory flavors makes it perfect for fusion. A simple chicken dish can transform into something special with a vinegar soy marinade inspired by adobo. Even rice, which is a daily staple for millions, becomes exciting when infused with garlic, crispy toppings, or street-style twists. Filipino street food doesn't just fill you up, it tells a story of tradition mixed with creativity. Mexican street food, on the other hand, brings energy and vibrancy to the table. It's colorful, bold, and impossible to ignore. Tacos, elotes, street corn, and loaded fries are not just dishes, they're experiences. The magic lies in layering flavors, spicy, tangy, creamy, and crunchy all in one bite. And the best part, these elements are easy to recreate at home. A simple tortilla can turn into a masterpiece with the right combination of grilled meat, fresh salsa, and a squeeze of lime. Even something as basic as fries can become addictive when topped with cheese, spices, and street-style sauces. What's really driving this global fusion trend is accessibility. Ingredients that once felt exotic are now available in local stores or online. People are more open to experimenting thanks to social media and food content that constantly introduces new ideas. One viral recipe can inspire millions to try something new. And when you combine different cuisines, the possibilities become endless. Korean tacos, for example, are now a global favorite. Soft tortillas filled with spicy Korean beef, topped with fresh vegetables and creamy sauces. It's a perfect example of how two completely different food cultures can come together to create something even better. Another reason why fusion cooking is booming is that it fits perfectly into modern lifestyles. People want quick recipes that don't compromise on taste. Street food-inspired dishes are usually fast to prepare and packed with flavor, making them ideal for busy routines. You don't need hours to cook something delicious. A few smart techniques like marinating, quick frying, or layering sauces can make all the difference. At home, fusion cooking also allows for personal creativity. There are no strict rules. You can take a classic dish and give it your own twist. Add Korean spice to your pasta, use Filipino-style marinades for your grilled chicken, or turn a simple sandwich into a Mexican-inspired treat with bold toppings. It's all about experimenting and finding combinations that excite your taste buds. Texture plays a huge role in making these dishes stand out. Street food is rarely boring because it combines crunch, softness, and juiciness in every bite. When you recreate this at home, you start to understand how powerful texture can be. Crispy fried chicken coated in a sticky sauce, soft tortillas filled with juicy meat, or crunchy vegetables adding freshness to a rich dish. These contrasts make food more enjoyable. Another interesting aspect is how these cuisines use sauces. Korean dishes often rely on thick, flavorful sauces that coat every bite. Mexican cuisine uses salsas to add freshness and heat. Filipino cooking brings depth with soy, vinegar, and garlic-based combinations. When you mix these styles, you create layers of flavor that feel complex but are actually simple to achieve. Fusion cooking is also a great way to reduce food waste. Leftovers can easily be transformed into something new. Yesterday's grilled chicken can become today's tacos. Extra rice can turn into a flavorful fried rice with global twists. Even vegetables can be repurposed into exciting dishes with the right seasoning and cooking method. This not only saves money but also makes cooking more efficient. What makes this trend even more exciting is how it connects people. Food has always been a universal language, and fusion recipes bring cultures together in a very real way. When you cook a dish inspired by another country, you're not just making food, you're experiencing a part of that culture. And when you mix different influences, you create something that represents a global identity. Social media has played a huge role in spreading these ideas. Short videos, quick recipes, and visually appealing dishes have made it easier than ever to learn and experiment. People are inspired not just by professional chefs, but by everyday creators who share simple, relatable recipes. This has made cooking feel more approachable and less intimidating. The future of home cooking looks exciting because it's no longer limited by tradition. While classic recipes will always have their place, fusion cooking allows for innovation and personalization. It encourages people to step out of their comfort zones and try something new. And the best part is that there's no right or wrong way to do it. Imagine hosting a dinner where each dish represents a different culture but still feels connected. Korean-style wings, Filipino-inspired rice, and Mexican street-style sides all on one table. It's not just a meal. It's an experience that brings people together and creates lasting memories. Even for beginners, this trend is easy to start. You don't need to master complex techniques. Start with small changes, add a new sauce, try a different spice, or combine two familiar dishes. Over time, you'll develop your own style and discover combinations that you love. Cooking should never feel like a chore. It should feel like an adventure. And that's exactly what global street food-inspired fusion recipes offer. They turn everyday meals into something exciting, something worth looking forward to. Whether you're cooking for yourself, your family, or friends, these dishes have the power to impress without requiring too much effort. At the end of the day, food is about enjoyment. It's about exploring flavors, trying new things, and sharing experiences. Global street food fusion brings all of this together in the most delicious way possible. It breaks boundaries, sparks creativity, and makes cooking fun again. So next time you step into your kitchen, don't just think about what's easy, think about what's possible. Mix flavors, experiment with textures, and create something that feels uniquely yours. Because the world's best street food isn't just out there, it can be right in your own home. CTA, call to action. If you enjoyed this and want more powerful food content like this, make sure to like the video. Subscribe to the channel and drop your thoughts in the comments. What fusion recipe should we try next?